I have what you could call an addictive personality. I'm not sure I even believe exactly what that is or even understand when people say it, but I do tend to find that I have a maybe an over response to any stimulus that can affect dopamine. I guess it's impossible to really compare, but just by being around people, experiencing what I have, I notice that if I have any kind of stimulus, this sense of wanting more is very strong for me. And it seems a lot stronger than a lot of people around me, right? Even simple things like coffee. When I was younger, I used to take a lot of drugs and drink, and anything that affects my dopamine, it just seems to have this very powerful effect and have this moorishness to it. I just want more. I just want more. And I'm not sure what other people's experiences are, but from what I can see, other people seem to be able to stop a lot easier, a lot faster, and I just couldn't. What I've sort of figured out in the last however many years dealing with this, because I had to stop. I pretty much stopped doing anything. I haven't had alcohol in 16 years, I think. I don't do drugs at all. I don't even drink coffee, no caffeine whatsoever. I don't eat sugar. Um, I don't have anything that in some way stimulates my dopamine too much. Even I find with extreme sports and that sort of thing, I do get quite a bit of a dopamine kick out of it, and I want to do more and more. Those sort of things you can't argue are good, and that's kind of what I do now. I do things like certain partner dance styles, and I try to master things, and I try to put it into places that are beneficial for me, and it does work. But anything that artificially stimulates it to a great extent is a problem, and I just avoid everything. I find that anything can trigger it, even foods that are somewhat unnatural, like, say, cream, for example. Cream has this combination of fat and uh, high levels of fat and moderate levels of sugar that just even cream without much sugar, it just stimulates it for some reason. I just want more and more, and I think about it a lot. I get urges for it, and that's one thing that I've discovered, having dealing with this my whole life, is that anything that creates an urge for more is something that I need to avoid, because it is in some sense artificial, and it is in some sense affecting my dopamine in a way that's not healthy or not conducive to nature for me. So cream is one of them. It's a processed food. Sugar is one of them. Any drugs, obviously. Extreme sports can be, considered unnatural to an extent. Usually there's a fair bit of technology involved, or pushing your body to some crazy limits. But I still engage in those because it has some beneficial qualities to it. But all of these things that I do, if I was to eat sugar, I get a craving for more sugar in the days following it. And I think about it. And when I eat sugar, I want more, I want more, I want more. It's not like a steak. If I eat a steak, I enjoy it, but I'm full and that's it. I don't crave it, I don't want it, I don't have this sense of craving for it, this animalistic sense of more. And for me, that's the addiction quality that comes up. The way I identify this is that it comes up from generally the stomach, and it's this sense of wanting more of a thing. It's this almost animalistic sense driving me to get more of something. This also can happen with sex, masturbation, porn. Porn, definitely. I avoid porn for sure. I think a lot of people have this issue with that. It is the same sort of thing where it comes up as a craving or a desire or a want for it, a drive towards to get that thing. So what I've discovered is that what makes it worse when that if you are getting urges to do a thing, it means you should probably not do this thing again, and it also means that you have been doing it, because if you don't engage in the activity or the eating the food or whatever it is, eventually you stop getting the urge to do it. It just dies off. It can take anywhere from 3 months to a year to go away pretty much completely. It's never completely gone. Things can trigger it, but by 3 months to a year, it's essentially under your control and you won't get any more urges. If you are getting urges, it means you're engaging in the activity or eating the food or whatever it is. If the urges are really bad, what it means is that you are negotiating with the urges. That means that when they come up, you're engaging with them in some way. You're thinking, should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't be feeling this way. I don't want to feel this way anymore. You're just in some way having a conversation with these animalistic urges that you're getting to have more of this thing. You're thinking of it. You're picturing you getting it. You're dreaming of it. You're tasting it. Whatever it is, there's a form of negotiation or conversation with the urge. So the key here is, the first and ultimate key is that you are to never do what produces these urges again. Never do them again. The urges go away. Generally, they're unhealthy activities. Don't do it for 3 months to a year and you'll never do it again because you just won't get the urge to do it anymore. You don't think about it. It's gone. Everything is like that. Alcohol, drugs, heroin, doesn't matter how extreme, it's the same process. If you have done the thing and you are getting urges, then the way to deal with them is by refusing to have a conversation with them. As soon as you notice they're coming up, you may get a sensation, an urge to do the thing, pictures of the thing, ideas of the thing. Straight away, you are to aggressively say no, or aggressively do it in whatever way you want to do it. You can yell at it, you can scream at it, you can think violent words towards it, you can reject it in whatever way helps you. But you are to reject it and then not negotiate with it. It's just a foreign body that's coming up to try to kill you. It doesn't care if you live or die. It doesn't care about your well-being. These urges will kill you because all they want is more. It's a survival mechanism gone haywire in a modern society that's full of artificiality. This wasn't a problem when we had no artificial things, thousands of years ago. Now it is. These urges are gone haywire. We need to kill them or they're going to kill you. And the only way that you can kill them is by not negotiating with them, not talking to them. They come up, you say nope, and you just go about your life. You don't think about it. You don't argue with it. You don't think, should I, shouldn't I? It's there. You recognize it. You say no, and you get on with your life until it doesn't come up anymore. Thanks, guys.